We're here for the drama.
Hopefully this gives him a chance to make issues with the family. Hopefully.
I think he's a sham. They're obviously greedy. It's all greed, money, isn't it?
Family's family. You can't just disown someone because of their life decision.
Charles said about not wanting to see him. We just think that's so, savage.
I think King Charles is right. Lied all the way through.
I think it's a lot of family dirty laundry.
You know, I never know a prince and a princess. That wasn't even what that was about. What I was reaching out to her for was because they were giving her hell. Right. And a lot of it was because she was a black woman. Absolutely. And I flat out, no denying it, I completely knew that, and I wanted to reach out and let her know that there was somebody there for her. And I sent her a note, and not expecting anything to come of it. And she said, thank you so much, and that was it. And a couple of years later, we started talking, and she was able to talk. And the only reason I'm sharing this is because she shared.
The fairy tale future Prince Harry and Meghan Markle imagined after leaving the royal family is now falling apart in real time. And shockingly, the betrayal isn't coming from the palace, it's allegedly coming from their closest friend and daughter's godfather, Tyler Perry. Reports say Perry has over 17 hours of behind-the-scenes footage from when Harry and Meghan were living under his roof. Once seen as their quiet protector, Perry is now rumored to be flipping the script after Meghan's team allegedly erased public ties to him during his own legal troubles. That move backfired in what Perry's holding could allegedly ruin everything. Insiders say Meghan's team tried to distance her from Perry just when he was facing heat, and Tyler didn't take that well. He allegedly started gathering receipts footage, private convos, and clips that show Harry and Meghan's real game behind the scenes. This isn't just gossip. Sources claim Perry has the kind of material that could destroy their entire brand image. And now, Harry and Meghan are in full-on panic mode, desperately trying to stop what might leak next. This whole mess is a spiderweb of secrets, and it's catching up with them fast. In a jaw-dropping twist, Harry has now reportedly rushed back to the UK not for royal duty, but to contain the fallout and the chaos. All fingers point back to Tyler Perry, the same man who once gave them shelter when they had nowhere else to go. That safe space has now become a ticking time bomb. Allegedly, Perry recorded hours of raw footage that includes Meghan and Harry's unfiltered opinions, media tactics, and truths they never wanted made public. And with early leaks already surfacing, the damage has been immediate and brutal. That dream of a post-royal rebirth is now on the verge of collapse. Harry's return to the UK was sudden, unplanned, and desperate, a sign of how serious the crisis really is. Meanwhile, Meghan's been left alone in Montecito, facing the storm. With a nervous inner circle trying to get ahead of the fallout, the couple's reputation, money, and control over their narrative are all at risk. So the big question now is, has Tyler Perry become the one person who can bring the entire Sussex empire down? The alleged trigger behind this entire unraveling seems to be a subtle yet ruthless move by Meghan's team. A move to wipe away all public ties to Tyler Perry right as he was facing his own legal firestorm. Insiders say Perry saw it as the ultimate betrayal. And now, the once loyal friend may be turning into a strategic enemy, dropping clips and receipts one calculated leak at a time. As deals stall and public support fades, the Sussex brand, once hailed as bold and progressive, is now being dissected under a microscope. And with Tyler allegedly sitting on the receipts, the next move could either save them or end them for good. Let's not forget, Tyler Perry wasn't just some celebrity acquaintance. He was their lifeline when the whole world turned its back. As Harry and Meghan were bombarded by the UK press and iced out by the royal family, it was Perry who gave them shelter. Not just physical space, but protection, privacy, and peace. His ultra-secure Beverly Hills mansion became a fortress where Harry, Meghan, and baby Archie could escape the noise and regroup. At a time when even the monarchy wouldn't provide security, Perry opened his doors without hesitation. This wasn't just kindness, it was a bond that felt like chosen family. That bond ran deep. So deep, in fact, that Harry and Meghan named Tyler the godfather of their daughter Lily, a gesture that symbolized just how much they trusted him and how personally they valued the connection. Meghan even praised him publicly in her Netflix docuseries and podcasts, calling Perry the one who showed up when no one else did. This wasn't just some Hollywood favor. This was about shared values, emotional support, and real trust. But now, that sacred relationship is collapsing, and it's collapsing fast. What was once loyalty has allegedly been replaced with betrayal, secret recordings, and legal paranoia. According to insiders, Perry was witness to everything, not just their public media strategies, but the raw, unfiltered chaos behind closed doors. From heated arguments to scripted interview prep, Perry allegedly saw the Sussexes plot out their victimhood narrative in painstaking detail. It wasn't just a story, it was a carefully engineered brand play. But the tables began to turn when Perry himself became the one under pressure. In a twist no one saw coming, Tyler Perry was hit with a massive $260 million lawsuit by actor Terrell Dixon. The once bulletproof filmmaker was suddenly a legal liability. And that's when Meghan's team allegedly made their move. Posts were archived, mentions were deleted. Photos quietly vanished. The same woman who once thanked Perry for saving her family was now erasing him from her public image, coldly, and without explanation, and according to sources, Perry saw it coming. He wasn't naive, he'd allegedly already secured legal permission to retain and share key footage, notes, and conversations from their time together. Whether as self-defense or subtle revenge, Perry may now be in control of content that could shatter the Sussex brand entirely. If even a portion of the rumors are true, the fallout could be historic. Because this isn't just about a personal rift, it's about the collapse of a story the world was sold. One calculated appearance at a time. Trust, gratitude, and authenticity. These were the pillars Harry and Meghan claimed to build their empire on. But with Tyler Perry allegedly holding receipts that challenge that image, the power dynamic has flipped overnight. What started as a reputation issue has now snowballed into something far more damaging. At the height of their fame, the couple landed a jaw-dropping $100 million Netflix deal meant to fund documentaries, scripted shows, and uplifting content aligned with their values. But behind the curtain, insiders say the numbers told a different story, and not a pretty one. Viewership tanked. Projects were quietly scrapped, and that massive $100 million headline figure, it's reportedly dropped to just $20 million. That kind of financial cliff has triggered a chain reaction. Staff cuts are underway. Crisis PR teams that once sculpted perfect headlines are being let go. And this isn't some brilliant new rebrand. This is a survival scramble. The empire they so carefully constructed is facing its harshest reality yet. Their Montecito mansion, once their sanctuary, now feels more like a trap. Valued at over $14 million, the estate's property taxes and elite-level expenses have become an unbearable burden. With slashed income and fading public interest, whispers of foreclosure, once unthinkable, are now circling behind closed doors. Even their charity, the Arkawell Foundation, is reportedly feeling the heat. Donations are drying up. The funding well is running low. And with no new PR wins in sight, the once mighty Sussex image is teetering on the edge of collapse. And Tyler Perry's alleged vault of behind-the-scenes bombshells isn't helping. The brand once celebrated for independence and compassion has morphed into a cautionary tale of spin, struggle, and spiraling control. As the financial pressure mounts, so does the collapse of their public perception. Their Montecito home, once buzzing with million-dollar ideas and camera-ready confidence, is now rumored to be filled with tension, paranoia, and downsizing. Once coveted speaking gigs are getting canceled. Brand deals are falling through, and major industry players are quietly backing out. Where once Meghan and Harry were the darlings of every progressive cause and corporate campaign, they're now seen as unstable, even toxic. Morale among their staff has reportedly cratered. Layoffs, silenced roles, and increasingly aggressive NDAs are becoming the norm. Some say Meghan and Harry are scrambling behind the scenes, tightening legal protections and plugging leaks. Their inner circle is shrinking fast, and every move they make feels like damage. Control, not strategy. Even Meghan's lifestyle brand and cooking show, which was supposed to mark a new era, is struggling. Early test screenings were reportedly underwhelming, with critics calling the show awkward, disjointed, and lacking authenticity. That fresh start she promised, already floundering. Her follow-up podcast meant to revive the energy of archetypes has now been delayed indefinitely. No updates, no launch date, just silence, funding rumors, and rising doubts. And with each flop, the public mood shifts further. Meghan's once sympathetic image as a royal rebel is now being replaced by that of a demanding liability. Industry insiders are distancing themselves. Former supporters are going quiet, and critics are circling. The failed launches, abandoned deals, and growing instability behind closed doors are all feeding one narrative, that the brand isn't just fading, it's falling apart. But the most destabilizing threat of all is Tyler Perry's silence. The man who once protected Harry and Meghan at their most fragile moment now allegedly holds hours of unfiltered footage, raw conversations, private strategy meetings, and intimate glimpses into the construction of their media empire. And while Perry hasn't released a single frame yet, reports claim several major outlets have approached him with exclusive offers. That alone has sparked chaos behind the scenes, sending Team Sussex into full-blown panic mode. The one thing Harry and Meghan always clung to, narrative control, is now slipping right through their hands. Their entire brand was built on storytelling, curated vulnerability, and carefully staged truth. But now, the raw, unedited reality is in someone else's hands. The very thing they tried so hard to avoid, the unscripted truth, is now a loaded weapon aimed straight at their legacy. And with every day that Perry stays silent, the tension grows thicker. What was once a bulletproof image is now riddled with uncertainty. The deals are crumbling, public sympathy is drying up, and their most trusted ally may now be their quietest threat. For a couple that's always managed the message, this moment marks a nightmare scenario, total loss of control. This isn't Just bad press, it's brand collapse in slow motion, and the Sussexes are running out of moves. But hey, that's just what we know so far. What do you think of this royal fallout? Is Tyler Perry going to leak everything or stay loyal to the end? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We're reading all of them. And don't forget to check out our other deep dives and celeb expose for more wild drama. Until next time, stay tuned and stay messy.